Look, if you're going to make a wine label, the first thing you got to do is taste the wine and get a vibe off it. This is a Pet Nat, a natural sparkling wine, and I'm going to show you how I make a wine label for it. Before you start any design project, you always want to have the end in mind. My end product is going to be a 2 3/4 by 4-inch wine label for my friends up at Liten Buffel Winery in Niagara County. It's in upstate New York, baby. Now, a mistake I've made in the past is I've created large collages that end up getting very small, and a lot of details and things get lost. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a similar sized ratio piece of cardstock. I think I went with 4 by 6. And that's going to help me create a small collage that's going to translate into a better, even smaller wine label. My friends at the winery tell me that my labels consistently sell out because they're funky, they're colorful, and they're bizarre. My buddies make natural wine, and that crowd is, I don't know what you would call it, maybe more of a hipster crowd. When it comes to the whole wine scene. So people really appreciate these funky collage designs that I create. Now, each wine I try to actually celebrate the flavors and the vibe that I get off of the wine. Now, this is a light, funky, bubbly Pet Nat, and I want to make sure that this wine gives off this light, airy, almost springtime feel, right? Because usually when you're drinking something bubbly and white, it's a lighter occasion. You know, when I drink a red wine, I typically like to be chilling, watching some TV or sitting in the backyard, and I just like to kind of hang with it. When I am enjoying white sparklers, I'm often with company or eating a really cool meal to accompany the wine with. So I really want this collage to feel colorful and celebratory, but at the same time, I'm very much interested in the local terroir and history and the biology and chemistry of winemaking. So I'm going to use lots of pictures of colors, maybe some fruits, insects, all the stuff that you would see at a winery. And basically, I'm just letting the process take me and see what I can do here. One quick tip. As I said, before you get started, you want to keep in mind what is your end product. Your end product ultimately is going to be printed. You're going to want to talk to your label printer and see what sizes that they could ultimately make for your wine labels. Now, if you're a kind of a crafty person and you're making these labels for, say, your friend's wedding, because they want cool custom labeled wines at their wedding, you'll probably be able to pick, wherever you're getting these printed. But if you're working with a professional winery or brewery, they likely already have a label printing service. So ask them, hey, who does your labels? And then you're going to want to head over to that service's website, and you're going to want to look for the templates or the sizes that they make their wine labels. The last thing you want to do is make some weird sized rectangle that nobody can work with. So double check on that before you get started. If you haven't picked out a printing service, I always recommend going with a local service, not one of those big, huge national corporations. Typically, they have a couple professional designers on staff, and they could figure out the easiest way for them to turn your image into a wine label. Now, if you were planning on printing your own wine labels and pasting them at home, Honestly, I think rubber cement is probably the best thing to use to stick the labels on your bottle. You could also use white Elmer's glue and a paintbrush once you print your labels and stick them on the bottle. Glue stick dries a little bit too stiff, and who knows how long people might be saving these bottles, right? You might have 100-year-old wine sitting around somewhere, so you're gonna want something with a pretty good hold. Honestly, just paste on some white Elmer's glue with a paintbrush and you should be good to go. I'm really excited that I found some plant cell imagery because wine, grapes, right? Grapes are plants, and ultimately we are changing plants into a spirit, a beverage that makes people happy, gets them loose, and is in all sorts of folklore, mysticism, religious texts, you know. So I decided to call this label, this work of art, Curated Mutations, because ultimately as humans, we're curating and steering plant mutations. We're picking which ones do we like the best, what are the most tasty, what are the most colorful, and we choose for those traits. And ultimately, those traits get turned into wine. And I don't know, I got this vintage record player lady here, and we got those funky little kid things with blood coming out, because ultimately this wine is very colorful and it's got some funky weirdness to it, which is what I really love about natural wine. Once I'm finished with this, I'm just gonna take a nice flat picture of it on my iPhone. Honestly, my iPhone takes a better picture than my big digital SLR, and it looks great when I go to print. So honestly, just grab your iPhone, take a nice picture, and you could even crop your image on your iPhone and send it to your printing service. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm the Red Wizard. Please, if you like the video, subscribe. I've got a lot more to share. I make weekly collage making videos. I also just started a collage podcast called Cut It Out, where I interview my most favorite collage artists from around the world. If this video inspired you to make anything, please, I would love to see it. You could tag me at Red Wizard Collage, or you could share it on my Facebook group, Collage Art Revolution. Now, if you're just getting into collaging as a hobby, you could go to my website and I have free collage kits available. You could print them out at home. They're totally free. You could cut them up and make your own collages. Also, I have an Amazon affiliate page where you could buy collage making supplies like glue, tape, and scissors and paper, and any purchases you make there would help support this project, Red Wizard Collage. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you soon.